Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Ruben Neves, as it has been reported that Xavi wants Barcelona to renew Sergio Busquets if the club signs a midfielder like Ruben Neves, who is preferred by Joan Laporta. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Barcelona's strategy in their search for a new right back in January. We are going to be discussing on that report as well. So guys, before we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. FC Barcelona are currently on the hunt for reinforcements in the midfield department. They have been linked with moves for Ilkay Gundogan and Yuri Tielemans lately, both of who are being identified as the perfect fit for the interior position. However, the club's other priority is to sign a defensive midfielder, as Sergio Busquets' current deal expires at the end of the season. According to Gerard Romero, there have been some disagreement at Barcelona over the club's desired target in the defensive midfield position. Head coach Xavi Hernandez and sporting director Matteo Alemany are currently favoring a move for Martin Zubimendi. The Real Sociedad star has experienced La Liga and could settle into Barcelona's style of football rather quickly. However, club president Joan Laporta wants Barca to sign Ruben Neves. This is because the Portuguese international has been offered by super agent Jorge Mendes, who harbors a good relationship with the Barca president. Currently playing his trade for Wolverhampton Wanderers, Neves has no shortage of experience either, having featured in 228 competitive matches for the Premier League outfit, with his current contract at the Molineux also expiring in 2024. He could be available for a relatively cheaper price than Zubimendi. However, if Barcelona end up signing Neves, Xavi would demand the club to extend the contract of Busquets. The veteran midfielder is still rated highly by the Barca manager, who is not convinced by the quality of Neves. There have been several reports claiming that the coaching staff at the club has not entirely been won over the Portuguese international. Therefore, it will be interesting to see how Barcelona's pursuit of a defensive midfielder takes shape in the coming months. It will not come as a surprise to see Barca to look for other alternatives in the market as well, especially as the club look to sign cost-effective options. Having a new defensive midfielder next summer has been the talk of the town lately for Barcelona, of course, with Busquets set to retire from Barcelona, when his contract comes to an end. But if this new report is to be believed by Gerard Romero, claiming that Xavi wants Barca to renew Busquets, if the club signs a midfielder preferred by President Laporta, honestly speaking, I'm just so disappointed if this report is true, that Xavi is still hoping that Barca can extend Busquets' contract. It's just so crazy and makes no sense. We know about Busquets urging already, and he does not bring the same quality he used to bring to the field. And many fans have been very frustrated about Busquets' performance lately, and seeing our manager still talking about the possibility of the club extending Busquets' contract if they want to sign players like Neves or whatever. It's just something to question if actually Xavi knows what he wants in this club, you know. And from the look of things, Busquets himself have always maintained that this will be his last season at the club, as his contract is expiring when the season comes to an end. And somebody that was supposed to, to leave the club even some years back, but still yet the manager wants the club to renew him if there's a possibility. And the player will be even trying to push himself out, thinking that, no, look, my time is over here. I want to go to another club. Maybe the MLS is where I will go. So it's just it's surprising. Busquets does not bring much to the table. He's 34 years old, but he's not the Busquets of the old. So I don't see a reason why on earth, even if they sign any player like Ruben Neves, should Xavi be demanding the Barca board to extend Busquets' contract. And by the way, even if he did that, Busquets will not accept, because Busquets have already made up his mind that he will be leaving FC Barcelona once his contract at the club comes to an end. Of course, we need to accept the fact that this is a moment of change. A new era start coming gradually. We have young players, and of course, we have to bring in other players in the January transfer window or perhaps in the summer window. And just to accept that it is time to let go of all the veterans. Piqué have already made that bold decision to leave. Of course, played his last game against Almeria. We also expect players like Sergio Roberto to depart once their contract comes to an end. And Busquets is not different. And I think Busquets have already made up his mind that he will leave, despite Xavi trying to push him to stay, which many fans will be so disappointed about such a decision. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. As the club football goes into a early season hiatus, Barcelona have started preparing for the upcoming January transfer window. Despite bringing in a host of new players in the summer, it appears the club are still in need of talent in their quest to further strengthen the squad. And according to Gerard Romero, one of the things that our agenda is to sign a new right back. This is because Barcelona have had a difficult time with new signing Hector Bellerin. The former Arsenal star has been unfortunate with injuries and is yet to establish himself in the team. He may even leave the club in January on a free transfer at the end of or maybe at the end of the season. Sergio Roberto has again been bogged down by an injury, while Ronald Araujo had to undergo surgery. This had forced Xavi Hernandez to utilize Jules Koundé and Alejandro Balde in the right-back position occasionally. Therefore, Barcelona are desperate to sign a new right-back in the upcoming winter, but they are not looking for a regular option. As per Romero, the club are hunting for a young right-back that can be registered with the Barca Athletic side. This is because Barcelona do not want to mess with the financial fair play rules yet again and risk further sanctions by La Liga or any of the enforcing authorities. The idea is to sign a right back who is willing to register with the Barca Athletic side and can be utilized as a backup option during the remainder of the campaign. To that end, Barcelona have been linked with a move for Arno Martinez. The Girona started as a product of Barca's Youth Academy and faced fancy and may fancy a return to Camp Nou in the summer. He has shown the quality to be effective and potentially become the club's first choice option at right back. However, whether or not the club succeed in their pursuit for Arno Martinez or any other young right back in January remains to be seen. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.